What did you do on your gap year? Everybody's always curious what people are up to.
Um, so I did a lot of different things. I moved twice during the gap year. I moved to a different city with my mom, which was like 4 or 5 hours away, so it was entirely new. It was a small town, so it was you had to leave the town and explore the area to kind of see new things. During that time period, I also got a job at McDonald's. I know that it sounds very, I guess, stereotypical, but I have no regrets there. I learned a lot of life skills and met some really incredible people. Even one of my good friends now I met there, and we still talk all the time. I did the CanGap program, and I really enjoyed doing that because it was like something to do on the side. So I was still able to work and still kind of work on myself on the side. And I moved again in April and I took a bit of a step back from working until the school. And then in summertime, I worked as a program coordinator at a summer camp. So I got even more work experience, which is always nice for resumes and just kind of actual experience in the world rather than just kind of imagining what you think it might be out there, because at least from my experience, it's not. It's entirely different. It seems very scary and hard, but you kind of make it what you want it to be. If you want it to be fun, there's ways you can get there. You just have to kind of will it into existence.
Yeah, and you worked hard for those things. You made them happen, and I think that you're very right. A lot of people just feel that they're kind of a victim of whatever is happening around them. And sometimes you've got to create your own magic and you've got to make things happen and you've got to be the one in control and taking risks and putting yourself out there and trying new things and meeting people and talking with people that you maybe haven't historically done. Um, and I'm gonna push you to maybe share a little bit about the story of how you got your summer job, because you didn't apply for a program coordinator job, but you did take a risk. So you tell us about what you applied for and the risk that you took.
All right. So in I was kind of in the earlier to mid wave of applying for jobs, and I was just looking for something easy to do in the summer. So I applied as a camp counselor because I figured it's easy to become a camp counselor. People will take you, and it's just kind of the easy way to have a low paying job that's still fun because I like working with kids a lot. And then as the time came closer, I had some training that I did, and then I had my first day before work started at my location, and I found out that my program coordinator was no longer going to be working with us. And before this, I had already considered applying for the position, but I didn't think that I would be good enough for it or that they'd take me, and I was a little bit afraid of being rejected there. But after I had someone there actually tell me, maybe you should consider it. And having someone kind of say again, put that thought back in my mind really pushed me. And then I was like, what's the worst that's going to happen? I keep the job I have right now. And I did apply for it. And it was even the interview was almost fun. It was like a really good experience. And I was really pushing myself. And then I actually did end up getting the job rather quickly, and it was definitely an adjustment because it was kind of catching up on where everyone else already was. But I have absolutely no regrets with it. I had a lot of fun, and that was actually one of the moments that I noticed, this gap year really was worth it for me because the me of maybe even like September or the summer before, that never would have happened. I would have just gone with the camp counselor job and just gone with it, or even gone with just a volunteer position again as I had before because I was a little too nervous of not being qualified for the job.
I love this story so much because it exemplifies all of the things that you learned about yourself and about challenging yourself and about taking risks. And about the fact that you are talented and competent and valuable to other people. And you were able to step out of your comfort zone and to take a calculated risk. And I love the fact that you said that it was terrifying and it was scary because when we are getting outside of our comfort zone, it is hard. And you from a year ago never would have had the confidence to take that risk. And you were able to recognize like, hey, if it doesn't go my way, that's fine too. And so you've also adjusted your relationship with failure a little bit, from that A plus or bust to, hey, if I don't get it, I'm still going to be okay.